Hi guys, I hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to harvest a lot of green chilies. I've got varieties of green chilies. I've even got the basket of fire chilies. It's really hot peppers, hot chilies, and I've got a variety of them. I'm going to harvest the chilies and I'm going to make the super yummy, super delicious chili pickle. It is green chili pickle. I'm not going to use any vinegar in this pickle. I'm going to make it in the traditional Indian way. This green chili pickle is amazing with rice or even with rotis and bread, anything. This is the traditional method, so you don't have to refrigerate this. You can keep this chili pickle outside. Shall we go and harvest the chilies? Come on, let's go. Have a look at the bottle gourd. It's getting bigger now. We have a lot of small bottle gourds. They all have to grow. If you want your green chili plant to produce more and if you want a good harvest, there are two simple techniques. One is the pruning method. You have to prune it in the right way to more harvest. And the next one is what fertilizers you use and in what stage you are using. When you plant your green chilies, your plant needs a lot of nitrogen to grow. For the leaves, it needs a lot of nitrogen. Nitrogen natural fertilizer, you can get it from the dead leaves. In your garden, you will have a lot of dead leaves. Pick them all up and mix it with the mud. It will get composted. That produces a lot of natural nitrogen so that your plants will grow really quickly and also really healthy. But once your chili plant starts flowering, you have to reduce the amount of nitrogen you're giving. If you don't do that, your plant will grow really big, but you won't get enough harvest. That won't produce a lot. So when your plant starts flowering, you have to give it less of nitrogen and more of phosphorus and potassium. The best natural fertilizers which gives phosphorus and potassium is if you are using egg in your house, the normal eggs, save the shells. Always save the shells and break them all. Break them crush them into powder, almost powder. Mix that eggshells powder into the sand or into the mud around your plant. That will get composted. That will give more phosphorus and potassium to your plant. This is natural fertilizer. And another amazing natural fertilizer which gives you potassium and phosphorus is chicken pellets. You can buy chicken pellets and chicken compost from any garden center. That is high in the nutrients. If you do this, you will get plenty of harvest that year. And you need to prune it in a certain way to get more produce. I'll show you how to prune it. Come on. I've got a few chili plants in my greenhouse and I've got some more outside also. I'll show you how to prune it. I'll show you the plant first. See, can you see the plant is actually short? That's because I have cut it at the top. If you let the chili plant grow really taller, you won't have enough produce because all the energy goes into growing tall. You don't need that. So when your plant is really about 10 to 12 inches tall, you need to cut the shoot that is growing so that you will get lots of branches. More branches means like this, you will have more produce. Look, the plant is really short, but I'm getting a lot of produce. See, you shouldn't let the plant grow really tall. See, lot of produce. And this plant, this is a basket of fire chili. It's really hot chili. This grows to the top. See, this one points to the top. Can you see that? Whereas these chilies point to the bottom. They grow from top to bottom. This grows pointing to the top. See, I've got a lot of produce this year. That's because of the pruning method and also the natural fertilizer, which is really high in phosphorus and potassium. That's why I'm getting a lot of fruits this year. Chili and peppers, capsicum, they're all fruit varieties, including tomatoes. This is capsicum. Capsicum also the same pruning method. I'm using a combination of different chilies for making the pickle. Some are sweeter peppers and some are really hot chilies. It'll be nicer if you can mix different level of heat chilies. It makes a good chili pickle. These small chilies are very spicy. This wrinkled green chili is also very hot. It has a wonderful flavor too. It's Mexican peppers. I use it in curries also. This chili looks very big, but it's kind of sweet peppers. It has a very mild heat level. I'll be mixing them all in the pickle. We still have a lot of chilies, but I'm making pickle only for us. But next week, I'm taking 2 days off to work. I'm going to make chili toku to give it to my friends. That time I'll be harvesting all the rest of the green chilies. I've harvested this much. You can see it's a mix of different varieties and different colors. This light green chili is very hot. These dark ones are sweet chilies. I wash the green chilies and I need to dry it with a towel. There shouldn't be any water left on them. I'll remove the stems and cut the chilies. I'm not going to really cut the chilies into smaller pieces because when it soaks in the marination, it'll shrink too much. So I'm just going to slit them into two. Before adding the other ingredients for the pickle, I need to check how much it weighs. It's almost 980 grams. I'm going to take it as 1 kilo of chilies. It is so fresh and so hot smell. Hot pepper smell. Parthi kept reminding me not to touch my eyes with my fingers when I'm chopping these chilies. I've done it many times. I've cut all the green chilies. Now I've kept all the ingredients ready here. I'll show you all the ingredients step by step. I'll be frying 50 grams of mustard seeds. I'm not using any oil. It's just a dry fry. We don't need to wait until the seeds pop. It's enough when it's just heated and aromatic. "50 grams of coriander seeds. This needs to be fried until the color changes. It'll give the smoke and it'll also change the color. This also I'm doing dry fry only without any oil. 50 grams cumin seeds and 2 teaspoons fennel seeds. Fenugreek seeds have to be fried until they are lightly red. I'll be powdering these spices once they cool down. I won't be doing a fine powder, just a coarse powder which is more suitable for making pickles. This special pickle masala helps the chilies to ferment and makes a wonderfully perfect pickle. I've taken 1 kilo of green chilies, so for that I'll be using only 1 cup of oil. I'm using sesame oil. Normally in Indian pickles more oil is used, but for green chili pickle you don't need much of oil because the chili itself works as the natural preservative. We don't need much of salt either. I'll be using only very little salt. Some people use mustard oil also for this pickle, but I prefer the taste of sesame oil. In South India, sesame oil is used in pickles, but in northern parts of India, Mustard oil is very common. 3 teaspoons turmeric powder. 1/4 teaspoon asafoetida. I'll be adding the masala mix that I already powdered, and I'll heat this only until the oil gets little warm. You don't need to really boil it. Let's mix the oil and spices to the chilies. I'll be adding 1 cup of fresh lemon juice to this pickle. This is a no vinegar pickle. I'm making it in the traditional method of pickle making. I usually don't refrigerate my pickles because the main reason you eat a pickle is for its good bacteria. Because it's fermented, you need a lot of good bacteria for your gut health, for your digestion, and to improve your immunity. I always keep my pickles outside for fermentation, and even after fermenting, I keep it outside only. I do not refrigerate pickles. I'm using 2 jars now, but actually after it ferments, it'll shrink. It'll go to half of this jar, totally half of this. Such lovely pickles, and the aroma is amazing. It's a wonderful natural pickle. You get a lot of good bacteria for your gut. Because it's colder climate here, we don't get much of a sun. So I keep it outside for at least 5-6 days, and after that I keep it inside. This will last me for a few months. This pickle is amazing with rice or roti, dal rice, roti, paratha, and even you can eat it with bread as well. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.